Welcome, welcome. If you're new to the channel, I call my subscribers dragons, divine, righteous, almighty, greats, overachieving, never slacking. We breathe fire over here. And with that being said, this new video I'm reacting to is what can the U.S. learn from Germany about gun control? And I thought that this was very important, especially right now with everything that's been, it's been a lot going on in America, guys. Like a lot. So I figured, this is the perfect video. Rest in power to all those children in Texas, and rest in power to all those elderly and all those people in Buffalo, New York. There's been a lot going on in America, a lot of mass shootings. So I'm gonna go ahead and just and dive into this. Original link will be in the description. Hit that like button, hit that notification bell, or hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you wish. And with that being said, let's hop right into this.
And strict gun laws don't go together. Think owning guns and strict gun laws don't go together. Come to Germany, where citizens are armed but not nearly as dangerous. Look, we all know the situation in my home country, in the good old US of A. We're armed to the teeth with an estimated 101 guns for every 100 citizens. That's more guns than people, and by far the highest rate in the world. But Germany's got guns too. They're ranked second in the EU, and as high as fourth in the world in guns per person.
Well, first of all, guns are superstars. I mean, Hollywood promotes guns, every crime TV show. This is international.
Completely agree with that. I mean, since forever. I mean, you can go back to black and white mafia movies. You can go back to, even before that, you can go to cowboys and Indians. You can bank robberies, Jesse Jackson and them. It's always been in our face. It's always been pushed in our subconscious. It's always been there. Guns is something that, it's just always been there,
It applies to Germans, it applies to Americans.
Meet Jörg Sprave, inventor of insane do-it-yourself weaponry.
Pretty good.
And one of Germany's 2.3 million registered gun owners.
You must understand that guns is a very, very big part of our culture, and it's also very much in the focus of social life. Many of the smaller cities, the gun club is the #1 meeting place in the whole town. Everybody is a member of the gun club, and therefore owning guns is something that is deeply rooted within German society.
He showed me the lockers where he stores his 34 guns when they're not in use.
Big Ruger. One of the important pillars of German gun law is that guns are not for self-defense. It's not okay to defend yourself with a gun. German government says that's our job, we protect.
I'm curious on how that works out, though, but I guess I'm gonna find out in this video, as far as just they're not for defense, self-defense.
To defend yourself with a gun. German government says that's our job, we protect you with police, with everything. So they don't want civilians to use guns for self-defense.
That's not the case in the US. Nearly 2/3 of American gun owners say they purchased their gun for self-defense. And here are the results. In the US, more than 60% of homicides involve a gun. In Germany, it's less than 10%. Recently, on average, there were...
Okay, we might be doing something wrong out here. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. We are. Listen, we are. The mash, it's just too much. There's not, do you know how many videos I've seen where people just get murdered? In situations, I'm talking not just, black on black crime, so-called black on black crime, even though we know that's a major problem. But there's also videos, a lot of videos with, so-called white on whites. I seen one where this guy, and I don't know where it was. I think it was they were arguing over his son and his stepdad, and long story short, pulls out a gun and a body drops. It's just so much stuff I feel like could be prevented. I don't think it has to get to that point. Now, I don't believe nothing about unarming the people and all that, because people have to protect themselves, especially if the government's corrupt, and so it's like if people give over their guns, then how they gonna protect themselves? So
There were 92 gun deaths per day in the United States. In
Damn.
Germany, slightly more than 2. So what's going on here? How can Germany have so many guns, but so much less gun violence? Well, laws. In the US, gun restrictions are some of the weakest in the world, and often they're completely non-existent. In 36 of 50 states, there's no registration, no license, and no permit required to buy a gun. In Texas, you can even buy a firearm without leaving your car. So how do you buy a gun in Germany?
It's really a time-consuming thing. So you would have to spend basically a year of preparation. Enroll in a gun club, practice there, a little exam. You would be issued a license, clean criminal record, to be of age. You can't just walk into a store and buy one.
And there's another big difference between Germany and the US. In Germany, they take action after their mass shootings. In 2002, a 19-year-old walked into his former high school in central Germany and killed 16 people with a semi-automatic pistol. Then in 2009, another school shooting. A teenager massacred 15 people and injured 9 more before taking his own life. But after those tragedies, gun control was tightened further. Germany became the only country in the world to require a psychiatric exam for anyone under the age of 25 before purchasing a gun. With so many rules and regulations, you might think Germans are fed up. But in fact, the majority supports their nation's laws.
I think it's a good compromise that is accepted by the majority of people, although we still have debates. There are still people that want all guns removed. And there are also still people that want complete freedom, for everybody, like an American system. So still debates, but I think the majority of people is pretty happy with the system.
According to multiple surveys, a large majority of Americans say they want basic gun control. But Republicans and the National Rifle Association say that's impossible. It seems like it's working pretty well in Germany. So, who's right?
Man, there's a lot to be said about this video. Obviously, America's different. America is much. America's a big place, man, and we've got America's a big boiling pot. We got everything over here, and I think it would start with. It comes down to the term of of guns don't kill people, people kill people. I can see that because it's a big gang problem. It's a big the structure in America. People be at each other's necks. It's a lot going on. Like it's a lot. It's a big drug problem. It's a whole lot of things, and people get high and do stupid things. People do stupid things because they have to with gang initiations. People do it's just but with a boiling pot in the United States of that going on. Plus the music. I mean, there's elements here, bro. You don't hear about people in the country really shooting each other like that. You hear stuff happen, situations happen. There's, like I said, drugs. Situations happen. But you don't hear about it too much, right? You don't hear about biker gangs shooting it out too much. Now listen to the music in the country. In the music, they're not talking about murdering each other every 5 seconds. Go to urban areas. The main thing you're gonna hear is talking about drama, beef, murder, gangs, drugs, dressing in materialism and buying material objects, and these things brainwash people. Then you have another problem where it's then there's people that are in the country or kids who are out in the outskirts in the suburbs who mental health issue. That's another thing. We know mental health issues, and people with mental health issues tend to easily be manipulated Now here comes the let me go in Buffalo and let me take out, these people because of their skin color, because I feel like, mental health issues. He should have been checked way before he went to go get a gun. He should have, should have been some type of mental evaluation there. And I think the same thing with like me, like for example, training mixed martial arts. I don't believe everybody should just be able to go train jujitsu, boxing, Muay Thai, judo, taekwondo, wrestling, sambo, whatever, any of the arts. I don't think people should just be. I think there should be a mental evaluation. I think people hurt people, and I think there should be mental evaluations, and there should be a criteria. I do believe that. I don't think everybody should just, because there is some people who have some serious mental health issues, and you can, and if you're good at analyzing people, you can notice it. Like, damn, this person's got some problems. This person has a history of depression. You don't know what route. One day they just, those are the people you got to watch. And I feel like in America there definitely needs to be there needs to be things set up to really target mental health, right? And people need to just stop being so full of hatred, because you got all these people with mental health issues, and then they're getting persuaded. They're getting in situations where getting influenced by gangs or gang activity, by music, by racism, by all these things, and it's just causing so much trouble. So much things are happening, especially in a boiling pot big place like America. Then add in the drugs, right? A lot of people smoking on lace weed, lace this, that. They don't know what they smoke. Man, I could go on forever, guys. Man, I could go on forever. But that's my take on it. You guys let me know what you guys think in the comments. The original video, the link to it will be in the description. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell if you wish. As long as everybody's being respectful, I'm always paying attention to the comments, always listening to your opinions, whether you agree, whether you don't agree. Don't agree, as long as it's respectful, then I'm definitely gonna respect your opinion regardless. So much love to everybody. I will be back with more soon.